Just got it. Okay, I'm Terry G. Thanks everybody for showing up tonight. I want to thank a special guest coming in from all the way from California, Bobby C. I'd like to introduce Bobby C. This is I'm tripping over my tongue, man. I'm tripping over my tongue.
Terry, thank you. Thank you for having me. You know, we hooked up probably a couple of days ago. We talked a little bit, got to know you a little bit, and you sent me over a format. We tried to do this live on the StreamYard, but it just didn't work out, ladies and gentlemen. Right now we're here, and we're going to share a bunch of things. You know, Terry G is going to start us out by, I'm going to talk a little bit about, you know, Terry, tell us about your YouTube channel, will you please?
Well, my YouTube channel is Alcohol Free Life. It's myself. I'm 12-step. Like that's my sort of road to recovery was 12-step. I decided to do a channel of started off with a motivational channel. And then my niece said, Terry, why don't you just talk about your recovery? You know, share your recovery on YouTube. And that's what I've been doing for the last couple of years. But the main objective of my channel is not really to promote any one type of recovery. I am 12-step based, but it's basically to promote awareness about addiction, but the main focus is alcoholism. And I've been around for about 5 years. I started to do these live streams. I started to do these Zoom meetings, Zoom casts just in the last month, just to get some guests on, get some variety, and get some other point of views that I can add some really great content to my YouTube channel. That's basically what it's all about. It's about awareness and getting the message out to people, and hopefully maybe we'll save a life. You know, that's what it's all about for me.
Great, Terry. Yeah, listen, let me jump in and just state that Terry and I may have different beliefs, opinions, ideas, knowledge, wisdom. We're going to differ in a bunch of different things, okay? But there's going to be a bunch of things that we agree on, you know. So we're not here debating anything, but I'm here to share my experience too. Terry can share his experience, and you guys take it wherever you want to go, you know, because
sorry, Bobby, that's exactly why I contacted you, because our views are different in some areas, and I think everybody needs to hear it all, not just one side all the time, like all about 12 steps or that sort of recovery. I think sharing the other side of the coin is also important to tell people what's out there, what's going on, you know, how other people experience the same thing I experienced. That's one of the main reasons I chose you.
Exactly. So, but everyone out there listening, just to remind you, I do deprogramming podcasts. I do Alcoholics Anonymous deprogramming podcast, and I believe in creating our own programs. I do not believe in the modality or the methods of alcoholism. I don't buy a lot of different things that maybe Terry does, but that's not going to interfere with where we're going at. We're going in a different angle here. And just to let people know that, you know, I still have friends in Alcoholics Anonymous. One of my real close friends is still involved with Alcoholics Anonymous. He participates in a lot of different things. But when he calls me, he might say once in a while, "Hey, Bobby, you want to hit a meeting?" And I say, no, you know, I really don't. He knows I'm in deprogramming podcasts and stuff like that. But he respects me. I respect him. And when he calls me, we talk about family, we talk about his daughter, we talk about life and situations and where he's going. So this whole thing is what we're talking about is a life journey, our life journey. What you got to say about that, Terry?
The thing I'm curious about you, Bobby, is that you were in 12-step programs for a long time. You're in there for a long time. This is I don't think a question on the list. You're in there for a long time. What happened? What made you leave the 12-step program? What made you leave that and pursue other methods of recovery, another method of recovery?
There are many. You know what, Terry? Let's see, 3, because I'm going in line. This really the second part of this is I'm going to tell you about my podcast, Alcoholics Anonymous. I mean, Anonymous Addiction.
Yeah.
At My Truth About AA, as Bobby sees it, private group on Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Anonymous Addiction, this channel right here. We're going to have, me and Terry are going to be doing this another time too. So if whatever we don't get in today, we're going to get into the next part 2 on this. Check me out on Instagram, My Truth About AA. I'm on Spotify, Anchor. So this is all deprogramming podcast. And what I believe in is we're creating our own programs anyhow. Now, getting back to Terry's question, you want me to go there with that, Terry, now?
Yeah, if you don't mind. I know it's probably not exactly on the list in the way we wrote it down, but I'm just curious about that.
Okay. Actually, in the very beginning,
Yeah.
the day I said yes to help, and my wife was going to Al-Anon, and she said, "Hey, a friend, I met this lady, and she has her husband goes to Alcoholics Anonymous. Would you be interested?" And it just so happened that they want to call something about them, or they want to call something, the end of it. I felt that I wanted help, and I was receptive to it, and I said yes. He came over my house. Now, he's still a friend of mine today. His name is Lonnie, okay? He listens to my podcast. He still goes to Alcoholics Anonymous, but he listens to my podcast. He came over my house. But the difference is I was fortunate because he didn't pound me with the big book.
Yeah.
He became a friend. He had a wife. He was his wife and my wife were friends. He had 2 daughters and a son. I had 2 daughters. They used to hang out together. So he was a construction dude, right? He was a Jack Daniels drinking, pharmacy robbing, dope shooting, bearded guy. And he walked into my house and became my friend, So I was fortunate in the beginning. Ask me some more questions, ask me anything you want to ask me. But
so what turned you off?
Well, you know what? I think tell you the truth, I'm gonna be up front here. I think I was turned off from the beginning. I tell you the truth. I really feel that I was because I had. Hey, to the viewers, I've done all that work, all the step work. I've had, all the stuff that they tell you in Alcoholics Anonymous. I've done. I know that book backwards. I know that book better than book thumpers know it, but in the opposite way. Okay. But, I didn't buy it. I always, here's the thing. I didn't go to a step meeting for a year. For 1 year, stayed sober. I didn't go to meetings, a lot of meetings. I stayed sober. I didn't do a lot of different things that, I go on vacation for a week and didn't go to a meeting, and I didn't drink. So I was finding a lot of things out from the very beginning. And I always had a thirst for more anyhow. Hey, we all have a thirst for more, right? So
that's right.
I had a thirst and a craving and a desire for more anyhow. Now here's the hook. I just want to say this, but here's the hook. When they put in there in the very beginning, it's in the preamble. The preamble, I don't even think it's this preamble is not even in the big book, but the preamble states the only requirement for membership is a desire. See, that's the hook, because the desire they knew. All motivational speakers, or I don't care where you go, any program, any help you get, they know it's the pointer, and they know the desire has to come from you. It has to. It has to. There's no other way. So
desire is a very broad spectrum too.
Well, if you look it up in a dictionary, it means
like a love. You can have a certain level of desire, right?
Exactly. Well, it's a certain in the dictionary. It says a craving, a wanting, a need. You want it. It's the exact same desire that I had to drink. Exact same desire, but I flipped it. Okay. Now I get a desire that I want to stay sober. Yeah. And this sobriety thing. Actually, I look at it today as a desire to want to change. I had a desire to stop drinking. But that's how it, but it evolved, because so I go to a step meeting and I always said to myself, you know what, I think because I was raised a Catholic, and I knew all the rituals. Okay, I did them all. So I knew what religion was, and I knew what it felt like, tasted like, smelled like, and I could feel it and sense it because I was in a religion, Catholic religion. So I said to myself, well, you know, the steps and the big book study groups and stuff like that, that's more of the religious part of it. You know, that's in the beginning, that's kind of how I felt, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, repetition is the mother of skill and the mother of brainwashing too. I'm going to use some words that may not be, you know, it's also you know, the mother of brainwash. So eventually I get sucked into a lot of different things, but I'm always having this cognitive dissonance back and forth. Okay, because I didn't surrender. I never surrendered my life and will over to the care. If you really look up the word care, if you really understood, not you, I'm not saying you, I'm talking about
just general.
I'm talking the audience.
Yeah.
But if you look up the word care, that's what it comes from us. It's our will, it's our desire, it's everything. It's whatever our attention goes, wherever the attention goes, the energy flows, and you know, and that's where you move to. So here they want to take my care. First, they want to take my will and my life, and they want to take care of me, and they want to label me a disease. Now, I did buy into all that. Okay, but I never thought at one moment that I gave my life and will over. I don't think I ever bought it, to tell you the truth. Even though I played the game, it was always like this. Are you right? Or are they right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a God? Don't I have a God? Am I spiritual? No, I'm not. It was always like this. Finally, Terry, just to make it quick and get through over 30 something years, you know, in Alcoholics Anonymous, I had, you know, because you know, believe it or not, I think I sponsored one person in all those years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I wasn't a big book thumper. I didn't let him do the steps or anything like that. I was his friend, you know, and, you know, this is what I find out throughout all my years, because I hung with alcoholics and I hung with members, which became my good, close friends. And if you die with 5 of them, you're good. You've done good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a few really super good friends, and they weren't big book thumpers. We used to do things together and have parties, and, you know, we talked about life and stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, the sponsorship deal with me was, there was too many other people doing the big book and steps and all that stuff. They didn't need me because I always thought a little different, you know. So I didn't want to be, even though I am a hypocrite, I'm in AA, not believing it, I'm a hypocrite, right? When I was in AA, but I didn't want to be a hypocrite to them. I didn't want to do something to them that I really, even though I did all the steps, I did, believe me, I did them over, and then, but I found that it was just a circle, you know, it was a never ending circle. But while I was early in recovery, what happened was, I kept on going outside the triangle anyhow. I kept on going to some meditation meetings. I started to read Wayne Dyer's books, started to even listen to Anthony Robbins tapes. I started to get a little more outside the box and outside the realm and indoctrination of Alcoholics Anonymous. That really helped me. And I continued that. But you know, Terry, you know, back when we came in, when I came in, there was no internet.
No.
Okay. I came in 37. It'll be 38. It was 38 years, February.
Well, when you
28th.
came in, there was no internet. When I came in, it was like dial-up.
Okay. So there was no internet. So society labeled me, Alcoholics Anonymous told me, other people that were indoctrinated by the disease concept told me what I was, and I accepted it. Okay. But through the years, I found out that I didn't buy it, you know, and go ahead.
Sorry for interrupting you, Bobby. So you don't think alcoholism is a disease?
Now, the ism is a movement. Ism, if you look it up, it's just a movement. It was, if you go back in history, Benjamin Rush started at, you know, the word alcoholism in 1800s. Okay. So I dig into a lot of back history outside of the triangle. People like to look inside I look outside where it came from. Okay. And people can debate me about Alcoholics Anonymous and the origination of it and design of it, and who designed it, and who originated it, and why, and what purpose, and how, and when, and all that stuff. But we'll do that. I could do that on other channels, and I've done it in other podcasting programs. What else you got, Ter?
Well, so the main, like, if you agree with me on this one, these are questions, these are other questions that probably not even. The 12 steps are the main source of long-term recovery. Is there anything else that you know that has been more successful than the 12 steps?
Well, here's the deal. I don't know.
Or do you know anything else that works?
Let me ask you this. What other programs do you know?
Do I know?
Yeah.
Besides the 12 steps?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I don't know where the St. Clair method is. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. There's smart recovery.
Okay, let's talk about smart recovery then.
I know nothing about smart recovery.
Okay, well, I'm a smart recovery facilitator, so I know a pretty lot about it. Okay.
Sorry, I shouldn't say you.
No.
But anyways, smart recovery is based on motivation, isn't it?
Well, it's a CBT. It's a cognitive behavioral therapy, REBT, which is emotive therapy, and it's got a little book. Matter of fact, I have the book right here because I'm prepared. There's a little smart handbook here, and I'm not promoting smart recovery, ladies and gentlemen. I don't promote nothing, and it seems like that's the idea. I don't go around promoting anything, but smart recovery they have an exit strategy. They do not believe in the disease concept itself. Okay, they believe in abstinence. Okay. They do believe in abstinence. Now, the Sinclair method. Ask me some more questions about it.
What is the Sinclair method? Do you know what that is?
Well, you take a, I'm going to say it, ladies and gentlemen, I might get hashed for it, but you take a drug to get off a drug. Okay. And they're Trexon. Okay. So, and everybody's going to give me some shit. Oh, but you can wean off it. It could take you time. There's an exit strategy. You can go towards abstinence for that. Okay. Or there's people to stay on that drug for years and years and years and years. But me personally, I'll tell you what we have in common. And we can go on a little later about what we have in common. But Terry and I have this in common 100%. We believe in abstinence.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the deal.
Yeah, that's right. Like zero boozing it. Like I can't pronounce the word properly, but yeah, abstaining from alcohol 100%.
Me and Terry agree 100% on that because that's our lifestyle and that's what we choose to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Do you agree with that, Terry?
Oh, I agree 100%. I don't think there's any other way to get better from drinking too much. You need to stop drinking.
Well,
come out for being an active alcoholic. You need to stop drinking.
Okay, so I do believe there's many other ways, and I'll express some more if you'd like me to. So let's see harm reduction. You've heard of harm reduction?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to say it. I think harm reduction, Bobby, is just society giving up, because it's just alcoholism, drug addiction is such a big, huge problem. I think sometimes the harm reduction is just people giving up and saying our politicians or healthcare doctors, whatever it is, addiction counselors are saying, we're not going to save them all. We might as well just give them a little bit for they don't die in front of us, sort of thing. That's what I always think of it as. What's your opinion on that?
No, that's I respect that.
Yeah,
I really respect that, because a lot of people, we don't hear a lot of the other side of things, and we need to hear that. So yeah. I totally respect that. Me personally, I do think once the government gets into something, they screw it up. Okay, government ain't there to help you, ladies and gentlemen. The alcohol industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the tobacco industry, and the government is not there to help you. Okay, once they get their hands into something, they're going to screw it all up. Okay, and Terry's right. I agree with the fact that they're sending all this money to the people with the needles exchange and this, and I'll give you more pills and I'll do this for you. I believe they're not out for your health. Okay, but taking all that aside, ladies and gentlemen, harm reduction is better than dying.
That's right. That's right. It's better than exactly. It's better to give somebody the needle, supervise, clean needles, clean drugs, and let them do it supervised for they live another day. It is better because there's no way society, I don't think so. In society, we're going to save everybody. There's no way. It's all over the place. Like it's in downtown Ottawa, it's all over the place. And I don't know what the answer is. Harm reduction is becoming bigger. And I know people who have been in harm reduction, and I don't know if they did very well on it. I don't know if they've done like harm reduction when it came, what do they call it? Yeah, it's management of alcohol. They give you a little bit here and there every day to sort of keep you on the booze, but it manages the problem a lot better. But I never see the guys long enough to see if the end result was there. I never seen them that much. But I know in the drug industry, in the intravenous drugs, harm reduction plays a big role, a gigantic role. I don't know how big a role it's playing in the alcohol area, but in the drug world, it's playing a huge role.
Well, hams is harm reduction for alcohol. Okay. And
Okay.
I think I had to get his name. Keith, I think, Keith, yeah, Kenneth Anderson kind of came up with hams, which is a good deal. It's a harm reduction for alcohol. And if you're listening, because I'm on a lot of their channels, and if you're listening, my shout out to you guys. You guys are doing a great job over there, trying to reduce the harm of alcohol. Any reduction of harm, it's like, that's why they put airbags in our cars to reduce the harm, and so I buy that. And a shout out to all you at the Sinclair method that are using it, and all the different other modalities and models. If you're reducing harm, because the whole thing is reducing the trauma, the pain, the harm, the suffering of human beings. But I'm going to repeat it again. The alcohol industry, pharmaceutical industry, tobacco industry, and the government is not your friend. You know who's your best friend? You. Okay. You better be an advocate for yourself. Check everything out. That's what these channels are about. That's
right. That's right.
My channel is about freedom to choose, but I got the freedom to tell you about what I believe too. Even though I respect other people, you can come on my channel and talk about anything you want. And I'm not going to debate you or argue with you, because I'm a mature adult human being, and I don't do that stuff. Today I don't need to do that. Look, getting back to Terry. Terry is I think he's about 10 years, maybe young. He's younger than me, and he chose Alcoholics Anonymous, and he still goes to AA meetings. He goes to a couple a week and stuff like that, and I respect him for that. I found beautiful people in Alcoholics Anonymous. Okay, I always only hung with a couple, and a lot of my old friends are dead now. But here's the deal. There's bad son of a bitches in every program there is. I don't care. There's predators in every program there is. I don't care if it's harm reduction, Sinclair method. I don't care any program out there, anything on Facebook, whoever you surround yourself with, Catholic Church, religions, all that crap. There's bad shit happening in all those groups. Okay, so I'm going to leave that up to, I'm going to give a shout out to Monica Richardson. She's doing a wonderful job helping people with predators in Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12-step programs. She's been doing it for years. Shout out to Monica. Shout out to Leaving AA and Deprogramming from AA and all the people on there. But there's a lot of stuff happening.
But you, like all these other methods of recovery, you're keen on. But why are you so, not so keen on the 12 steps? What is that all about?
Well, I can't, if you're not like, listen to my podcast.
Well, I know, I've listened to it.
You got to listen to a bunch.
You go through the big book, you go through everything.
You got to listen to a lot of them. And if, I can't change anybody. I can't change anybody's beliefs or minds. I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to give information out. Why am I look, first of all, look, I can badmouth Sinclair method. There's some reasons why that I would never go
No,
do
I'm not.
that.
I'm just
No,
asking. Like,
no, but listen, and I could do it with harm reduction. I could do it with a lot of other different programs. But this is what I found out because I was in it for so many years. If I wasn't, you get people that go in and they've been in Alcoholics Anonymous for a week and then they come out and badmouth it. They've been in it for 2 years and they come out and badmouth it and all that shit. I've been in so many damn years. I got a responsibility today to pass on because it's in a totally controlled mechanism that manipulates the mind to believe certain things that were created and designed for outside the box with the treatment centers, the rehabs, the detoxes, the courts, because even the Catholic Church, if you don't know it or not, the Catholic Church is so embedded. Matter of fact, AA is embedded into the Catholic Church because Matt Talbot, did you ever hear of Matt Talbot retreats?
no.
Okay. See, Terry, I'm going way beyond. And that's what happens in Alcoholics Anonymous. People stay stuck in the triangle. They don't go outside the box. So they're not expanding their consciousness. They're not expanding their awareness. They're not expanding the knowledge, the information, the wisdom needed outside there. Okay, because they're so indoctrinated with everything embargoed over and over and over and over, repetition, phases, slogans, readings, and plus it's an 86-year-old antiquated thing that's being exposed. That's all it is. And do I believe a lot of people, look, if you're Catholic and you're religious, Alcoholics Anonymous will definitely work for you. Okay, but the rest of the people, if you're not like religious or believe in God or believe in certain things, it's going to keep you stuck, if anything. And
But they have secular meetings, non-religious meetings.
Hey, look at one of my channels and deprogram the secular versus traditional. It's the same shit. It's just all it is different wing and the same bird. It's a different wing and the same damn bird, man. And I try to talk to atheists, agnostics, and secular movements. I try to tell them, you're just making Alcoholics Anonymous bigger. They ain't going to change for you. They think they're going to change for you. They gave them another pamphlet. Okay. They gave them a little pamphlet and they gave them this big tent. Okay. As you know, do you know that? Okay. Yeah. See, there's nothing I don't know that's going on in this shit.
But you posted on your site, your chat there on your Facebook. I hope you don't mind me sharing this. That basically it's a cult. Alcoholics Anonymous is a cult, and it does not have the definition of a cult.
Okay. Now you tell me. Now me and Terry.
I'm not.
No, he's not arguing.
I don't know the whole definition of a cult.
I know.
I don't know the whole definition.
See, that's the problem is because you got to do your research. I can't do it. Here it is. Listen, it's right in front of me. Listen.
Okay.
Okay. Definition of a cult. A cult is a social group that is defined by its unusual religious, spiritual, or philosophical beliefs, or by its common interest in a particular personality. Now, the personality is Bill W. and Dr. Bob. Okay, and it says objects, particular personalities or objects. The objects are the coins and the repetition of getting coins, which hook you. You want 5, you want 10, you want 20, you want 15, you want 30. Keep on going to get you back. And listen to this. And goals, okay, specific goals. And the specific goals of Alcoholics Anonymous is to give your will and your life over to the care for the rest of your life and recruit others. And that's here's some of the check marks.
I disagree with that one.
That's okay.
I disagree with a few things, but the thing is that the goal of all the programs that we're talking about right here, the goal is just more or less to stop drinking, except the management one. The alcohol management.
Well, if that was so, then why didn't you leave a long time ago? You were recovered.
What? Good question, because people ask me that question all the time. I get asked that, not all the time, but I've been asked that question several times. The reason I go is because of the repetition, the support network, the community, those sort of things.
Yeah, but
It helps me deal with
oh,
stress.
okay,
It's like sometimes it's almost like therapy sometimes.
it is, but who told you that?
Who told me that?
How were,
What I just said to you?
yeah, when were you told all that? When did you
Well, I was
buy
told in
them?
early sobriety. I was
Okay.
told in early sobriety to keep going to meetings.
Right, you were
Just keep going.
told, you were told that by Alcoholics Anonymous and you believe it, which is good. There's no
Yeah,
problem. There's no
but I
problem with
was
that.
told by a psychiatrist one time, I'll just blow my cover a little bit.
Hey,
He
hey.
said, why do you go? Why do
Oh,
you still go
okay.
to Alcoholics
Well, he
Anonymous?
was a smart psychiatrist then, because you know what? Most of the
He says
government,
you've been sober for so many years.
and
Why? This is not recent. This is years ago. But he said, why are you still going? You don't have to still go.
you know
He
what?
didn't believe. He actually didn't believe in the program. He didn't believe in it. But he said that one day at a time business, you guys have it right. He says he liked the one day at a time thing.
Hey, I like one moment at a time. I like the now.
Yeah.
Like one of your questions would be, we'll go into the questions. Let's move on with that, because you know what?
I know you can go on forever.
Okay,
About
I got one more question for you.
it. Okay.
Who told you you had a disease?
Who told me I had a disease? Well, it was told in the program, in the groups, in the rooms, right?
Right, right.
But
Okay.
also it's in the medical books.
Yeah, who wrote the medical books? I hate to tell you, but I'll go there, connect the dots, and follow the money. I got many podcasts that show you
Well,
exactly.
I don't know exactly who wrote the medical
I
book.
do. I know.
Who entered Alcoholics Anonymous into the medical book.
I,
The Americans did it.
I
You
no,
guys did it.
no. I know who controlled that whole realm of it and presented to all the educational colleges and nursings and doctors and psychiatrists, and it's been indoctrinated to the whole society. Okay, that's why you go to 9 out of 10 therapists, and they're going to tell you, they got 6 months in AA, they became a therapist. They're going to tell you to go to AA, 12-step program. This thing is going to take a long time until I die. It's going to take even longer. I'll be dead, and everybody will be talking about this again longer. But Terry, I'll tell you what, I am here. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Like say, ladies and gentlemen, but just people. Okay. Here's the thing. Terry has enough courage and enough. He's a mature adult man trying to live a better life and growing more and more and learning. And he's willing to do that, unless he wouldn't even be here with me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because he knows me. He knows he listened to some of the shit I had. And there won't be too many people to come on like Terry.
But the thing is, like, I'll interrupt you there, Bobby. I don't believe in everything you're talking about. I'll be upfront with you, but I believe in one thing, and I think people should know everything. I believe that. I don't feel like we should just know one side of the coin, or think that this is the only way for recovery, because it's not. It's not the only way to recover. 12 steps or Sinclair or smart recovery, they don't have the corner on recovery. They don't have the corners. They don't have the market on it.
No.
But they're just different methods, because the end result is basically the same. We
Same
need
thing.
to get people, to help people build awareness, to get people sober so they have a better life.
And where's that come from ultimately?
Where's that come from? Yeah.
Where at, Terry? From inside. No, from inside.
Yeah. But
From inside of us. It comes from inside of you, me, every human being. It has to come from there, here, the thoughts, the beliefs, the mind, the consciousness, the subconscious, the awareness. It comes from us. That's all I'm saying. You can go to anything as long as you're aware that it actually comes from you. There's a little book called Recovery Dharma. Did you ever hear of Recovery Dharma?
yeah, it's another method, right?
Another method. It's a Buddhist style philosophy.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah. And it works. It's great. It's another mindfulness, awareness, expansion of consciousness. they'll call it enlightenment or whatever. But let's see where we're at, Terry. I want to stay on track here a little bit. I don't even know what time we started. I wish I did. It's 4:44 now. Journey and recovery. We're talking about that.
What are some good things that's happened to you in recovery, Bobby?
There we go. That was actually, yeah, one on your list. The best thing. Asked about other programs. We did that. Asked about other ways. We touched on because Terry wrote a script out, kind of sent it to me, and it was just nice what he wrote. And it was like I studied and I did a little bit of homework before coming on here. And we're going to get another live one where Terry can have some of Alcoholics Anonymous people come on, and they could ask questions and stuff like that, because me and Terry are just older gentlemen that respect each other. The best things that happened to me, I'll tell you really, the best things that happened to me is right now. The best things are still happening to me. Meeting Terry. I'm not kidding. This may sound corny, and it may sound like, oh, Bobby, who in the hell are you kidding? Right now, meeting this gentleman, him trying his best to do the live stream, and I've been listening to some of his podcasts, and Alcohol-Free Life. Check it out on YouTube, and Alcohol-Free Life on YouTube. Right now, this line of communication, I'm pausing, I'm listening to you, you're pausing, you're listening to me. I believe that's where the meditation is. I believe the prayer, if you want to call it a prayer, is what we're saying, we're talking, we're trying our best to help other people go further wherever they want to go. I don't care if you're in Alcoholics Anonymous still. There's people that are exiting. There's people that are coming into detoxes. They're coming out. They're going into treatment centers. They're coming out. Just let them know that Terry's there for them and Bobby C's there for them.
Yeah.
That's all you got to know. But I'll tell you what, when I found out that I had the ability and the power to discover new things, when I started discovering the power of my own mind, and the power of the ability that I had through different talents, because when I first came in, I had no comprehension. I had no coping skills. I didn't know shit. I didn't know nothing, how to hug, love, communicate. And I'm still learning, like Eckhart Tolle talks about the pain body. The pain body is still deep. It's the deepest with the one you have the most history with. And mine is with my wife. Me and my wife have been married for 50 years.
Wow.
And you don't think there's a lot of pain body and suffering and stuff throughout the years of all the shit that we've been back and forth. So I'm still in discovery and recovery. I'm still uncovering and recovering, discovering things about myself that can help that relation still today. You believe it? Still today. I don't got the shit. I'm a teacher. I'm a student. So is Terry G.
Yeah.
He's a teacher. He's a student. What else you got? Go beyond. Go beyond the beyond. Go beyond the known to the unknown. That's where the answers are. Terry, go ahead. Talk about some things you'd like to talk about.
What do I like to talk about?
Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't prepare anything that I like to talk about, but I like to talk about the younger people coming into recovery. And I like to mention that I think sometimes the main thing of my channel is to build awareness, to sort of try and bring people out to understand that they're alcoholics. And I get a lot of feedback on my channel from helping people in very early recovery and younger people. So I don't know what the heck I'm trying to say here.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're on. That's good. So here's what I do to do that. And I know you want to help people. What I do is I watch out for the language I use today, because the language in the past, the 86-year-old language and the modalities and the methods are changing, and the young people know that. They don't want to be called alcoholics anymore. They don't want to be labeled addicts. I don't buy all that stuff. I mean, I do channels, and I could talk to you about that. Why? What other words could I use? Habitual. Hey, look, I was a habitual user of alcohol and drugs. I was a drunk. You could call me a drunk. I drank a lot. That's a label too, drunk. I had a habit of alcohol. Okay. It was pretty bad. I consider it bad. You know, people would say, well, you're probably not an alcoholic if you're talking this way, Bobby. Well, I don't label myself alcoholic, but I could go, you know, one up with you, or you go up with me with this war story shit, which I don't get into. But my wife will tell you, she could tell you more than I can. I don't like labels anymore. I'm getting away from labels. No more labels. No more alcoholism, and all that other stuff. There's other ways, because the trauma, the pain. Here's the question: do you want less pain? You want more happiness? You want more pleasure? You know, we have to admit that there's pleasure in alcohol and drugs.
Oh, for sure. There's relief. There's all kinds of it. There's all kinds of pleasure.
Relief, right? From stress, anxiety, trauma, pain, stuff, coping skills that we don't have. We don't know how to communicate. And it's such a frustrating way, because whatever we say, we get, and then we're gaslighted by narcissistic behavior of other people, and we don't know how to associate with authority figures, because we don't like authority. Rebellious, we're rebellious, which I believe rebellion is great. I believe to be rebellious is very good. It's a good thing.
To be rebellious?
Yeah.
I think be rebellious, you can come across as being a rebellious just by questioning things,
right?
But not necessarily
right.
You're being rebellious.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that defiant, rebellious. The words that I'm using are in the big book: defiant and rebellious. I believe, and judgmental or inventory taking. I have to take inventory. I have to judge other things. How else am I going to figure out what's good for me or what's good for?
Well, you have to take, exactly. But you know, I don't have anything else to say, Bobby.
Well, I thought that, you know, all I could say is that I thank Terry. You know, this was really his podcast. We kind of got a little, I'll just say, we got a little messed up with the StreamYard. Okay.
To say the least, yeah. Yes.
But Terry,
it threw me off. Terry he's going to try this again. We're going to try it again, and we'll be back. There's a lot of people waiting for our live stream that are going to be pissed off, and they're saying, where were you guys at? Well, I'm going to post this, and then they'll know where the hell we were. Can I ask that one more question?
Yeah.
Do you think the success rate of the 12-step programs are good?
Well, supposedly,
or even great.
They're supposed, no, they're not good. It's just it's made up. There's really no statistics on it. And I don't even believe the statistics that other scientific research or other places gave. I don't really believe it's that good, because I used to belong to 3 home groups. I used to go to Florida, California, Arizona, Jersey. I had home groups in all the places. And I used to go to meetings. I used to talk to people all the time. I was always surrounded by the recovery industry. For 38 years, I've been surrounded by the multi-trillion-dollar recovery trap prison, okay? And I used to go in every meetings, and all the people I seen that were there, they aren't there anymore. Where did they go? I don't know. I'm not judging anybody where they went or not. But does it work? Yeah. Look, whatever the mind believes and conceive, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. It could be the placebo effect, or it could be any other effect. But if you believe it, it's going to work for you, and it comes from you. So does it work? Yeah, it works, because you want it to work. Period. It works. Mm-hmm. There's no question that it works. My thing is just, do you want to be in that group that states it, that's lifelong, lifelong
commitment?
I don't buy that. Now, I believe in abstinence, so me and Terry agree 100% on that. He's
But
gonna
do you
go
think do you function okay, Bob? Bobby?
function.
Yeah, like, are you
My,
are you mild mannered? Like, are you?
look, you go outside with me. This is how I judge people.
Yeah.
I hang with them. I go riding with them. I drive in the car with them. I go on trips with them. I go to restaurants with them. And if they're assholes, they're going to be assholes in the meeting or outside the meeting. Me personally, I'm not an asshole. Okay.
I'm not saying, I'm not saying,
I
no, I'm
know.
not talking asshole here. I'm talking like, I find going to program helps me stay calmer as an individual.
Now this other stuff that I'm doing is because I'm always seeking.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like I'm not seeking, I'm not checking other spiritual realms out. I do personally believe in the spirit. I believe in body, mind, and soul. The spirit. I don't believe in the soul, but I believe in the spirit, consciousness. So I'm always checking it. You know, I listen to Eckhart Tolle, Osho. I'm into all kinds of other, quantum physics. I'm into a lot of different things. So I'm always trying to dig deeper. I'm doing shadow work. I'm always doing some shadow work to discover new things where I can be more at ease, not dis-ease, but more at ease, not disorder, but more in order.
What is shadow work?
Well, it's inventory. People will say inventory, take an inventory, fourth and fifth step. It's everybody, but that's ancient. See, let me just say that the Alcoholics Anonymous program is borrowed, stolen, and created some of their own stuff.
Well, I know some of it came from the Washingtonians.
It came. A lot of stuff is ancient, practices, and a lot of stuff is from medicine and psychology and Carl Jung, and different types of other things. But to believe one Dr. Silkworth's opinion, it's only 3 pages. Don't, check other things out, man. Come on.
Well, it was, I have to laugh because it's kind of funny what you say, because whoever read the big book, Dr. Silkworth, like, a lot of people put a lot of weight on him, but his success rate was not that great. He was basically talking about what he saw, right?
He admitted he didn't know what the hell. He admitted, go to Alcoholics Anonymous. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know how to do it.
That's right. I don't think he sobered up anybody, that guy. I don't think so. I'm not sure, but I don't think he did. I don't think his success rate either nobody or very little.
They made him an icon. They made him an icon. When I tell you that they made him an icon. Look, the 12 steps, 12 traditions, and 12 concepts control. The 12 steps control the body, mind, and spirit. The 12 traditions control the group, and the 12 concepts control the World Service Organization. Okay. Yeah. I know about it all. So, of course, I still study it. All right. I still get into it, but I know where it came from way long ago. But yeah. I know when it was taken over. I know when it was hijacked. I know. I go deeper. I go deeper down the rabbit hole. Mm-hmm. And Terry, can I say a shout out to the truckers over there in Ottawa?
Yeah.
Truckers, freedom. Thank you so much, truckers. I don't care. That's anti-mandate. Okay. I don't want the government to mandate anything on me. All right. And
they're getting a lot of heat now. I know they'll get it, but maybe who knows? Maybe it's controlled opposition. I don't know. But all I know is they're doing something is better than not doing nothing and having the government tell us what the hell to do every second. Well, our government leader, called them a bunch of misogynist people and racist and all this kind of stuff. Our prime minister, he enraged a lot of them for sure. Yes. Not just recently, like a couple of weeks back before they even got here.
Yeah.
Sort of the fight was on. Eh?
Yeah, they're making them into, they take a little bit, you get 2 guys doing some crazy stuff and they'll say they're all doing it. But Terry, it's been a pleasure. Let's get together again soon. I'm gonna sign off here, but we're gonna stay on. Stay on. I'm gonna talk to you.
Okay.
Tell them where they can get you, Terry.
Pardon me?
Tell them where they can get a hold of you again.
Yeah, you can get me at Alcohol Free Life channel. my name is Terry G. Just go there and click on the subscribe button and come over and join us sometime. Thank you,
Now,
everyone.
aren't you, you're a member of Anonymous Addiction over there on
Yeah,
Facebook?
yeah, I'm on
Okay.
Anonymous Addiction. Yeah.
Okay, so he's checking us all out. And Terry, I want you to, once in a while, chime in on something that you've discovered. Ladies and gentlemen, peace be with you. Take care. Be safe. Freedom of choice. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Bobby. Thank you very much. Thanks again, Bob. Thank you.
Oops.
Thank you.